Peace up, peace up, peace up, peace up, people. What's up? It's Ray. It's Ray, your boy worldwide, coming at you live. You people used to know me as Angry Uber Driver a couple years ago. Um, I mean, now is worldwide. I mean, Ray Gold was the man down south, down in Central America. I'm still Ray Gold. Worldwide now because I'm coming to you London. I believe the last video I was in DC. But right now, man, your boy is here in London. And I'm trying to make this quick. I mean, it's January 24th. It's a Thursday, January 24th, 2019. Wow. The 24th of January already, 2019. I'm in London, England, UK. And I came here. I think I mentioned in some of the other videos that my youngest daughter is being educated in the UK. I didn't want her usually in the United States, and her mother is from Central America, so I didn't want her in the educational systems down there. So I came here to the UK, or really, her mother came here. My wife, my estranged wife, right now because we're separated, but so I'm dealing with this. She decided to come here, and my daughter's being educated here. So it's been a bit of a custody issue because I really only agreed for my daughter to come here for 2 years and for an educational program. She was going to a Montessori school here in London, and her mother just decided not to come back to the Americas, and now I got to deal with some custody issues. And it's not fun, man. It's not fun at all dealing with custody issues outside of your state, outside of your hometown, outside of your country. I'm battling London courts right now for custody and visitation, parental responsibility, rights, all types of shit right now. It's just a mess. Just simply because I agreed for my daughter to come here for 2 years, and the mother now wants to stay in London, and now I got a ton of paperwork, and I got shit to deal with like you wouldn't want to believe. Anyway, if you want to support my cause, there is a link for GoFundMe below. Just to go towards the court fees. I mean, these court fees are high as shit. I mean, it's not like the States where you can just go petition the courts for custody rights or visitation rights or parental responsibilities. I'm still married to this woman, and every time I summons her to come to court, she just doesn't show up. So London is an expensive place. I mean, they charge you up the ass for shit that should be free. So like I said, man, I've been worldwide. I've been in 10 different countries in the past 12 months, and dealing with this shit down in Central America and in Panama. It hasn't been easy dealing with it in my home states of Florida and Virginia, and it hasn't been easy. And now I'm dealing with this in the London, England courts of the UK, and these motherfuckers are ultra conservative up here, and it's not been easy. So anyway, man, you want to support me, go to my GoFundMe right down here and click on that link. Even if you can come up with $5, I mean, the pound beats the dollar like it ain't shit. The pound to the dollar, I think it's like $1.30, $1.30 to every 1 pound. So even if you can help me out with $5, I mean, because working here is hard because I'm here on a tourist visa, and being on a tourist visa, you can't legally work. So I gotta like do all this underhanded cash in hand work and still try to do work over the internet for clients back home. Anyway, man, you want to support that? That's fine. I've been talking about that for 4.5 minutes. I'm in London. Check this out. Anyway, wanted to talk about all this shit that's going on in the U.S. With crazy ass Donald Trump, crazy ass Nancy Pelosi, and these demos and these Republicans, the Democrats, Republicans, and everybody, the government shutdown. You know, I am a political science major, and so politics, I have worked on various campaigns. I mean, various campaigns. My involvement in politics has gone way back. That's how I wind up in Florida working on the 2004 elections. Um, you guys know me just as this Uber guy, but Uber is just something that I did just to kind of make ends meet when I left Central America and came back to Florida. It was really hard trying to assimilate back into the American culture after being down in Central America and now the country for the past 5 years. Uh, 5 years and then returning back in 2016. So I did that Uber thing for about, just kind of get my mind clear, drive all around Florida and Central Florida, get to know my state again. And it was really hard coming back to the US. So I just kind of had to assimilate. Uber helped me do that, helped put a little bit of money in my pocket. I had a lot of complaints. I shot it out. But one thing I did learn about Uber, man, Uber is the word Uber is a German word, I believe. And it comes from, I believe, the philosopher Nietzsche termed the word Ubermensch means one who rises above. Ubermensch is a man who rises above. So once I understood what Uber meant and why I was doing that, it cleared my head. It got me back socializing in the United States after 5 years down in that Panamanian jungle, dealing with all types of Colombians and Venezuelans and Costa Ricans and Nicaraguans down in the jungles of Panama, man. You couldn't even. I was so happy to come back to the Americas, get my shit straight a little bit in Florida, get my property straight, get my pocket straight, go back to my home turf in DC, hit London once. I'm back on my second tour in London, and I'm dealing with this custody issue. So um, I'm looking at the state of my country from outside, and I've been staring at the state of my country from outside because I grew up right outside of DC. I grew up in politics, the richest county in the U.S., Fairfax County, right outside of Washington D.C. I grew up in that area, and let me tell you, man. I know politics. I mean, I went to one of the top universities in Virginia. I mean, and I'm telling you, man, what's going on today, our country has been hijacked. I've been, I have not stayed a full year in the United States for the past 9 years. Like I said, I spent most of my time in Panama. I spent my time here, London, 6 months at a time. This is my second tour. Costa Rica, Colombia, Mexico. And, when you look at America sometimes, when you stand outside, and I'm an American patriot, my parents were in the military, and I was even born on a military base. So I grew up with all that patriotic bullshit. And, I hate to see my country go. When you come back to America, you see that the immigration is out of control. Not being racist or anything, but these immigrants are taking jobs that used to be ours. They used to be, dedicated for Americans, people who worked hard for the American dream. My parents were fighting all over this country. My father in Vietnam, Japan, Germany, France, you name it. All over the world, I mean, fighting so that their children can grow up and have the American promise. And then you see it taken away by illegal immigrants or people coming in, first generation immigrants, taking little mediocre bullshit jobs that you used to be able to get at the drop of a dime. I remember when I first got out of college, I mean, I just needed money to make ends meet, to support my first child. I just walk up in the post office and get hired like within a week, or go get some penny ante ass job over at the grocery store or over at the Walmart. And now these things are so complicated to get. It's like, and you walk up in there and everybody in there is an Asian or a Middle Easterner or an African or a Latino. I walked up in Walmart last time before I came to London. It was like they just say fuck it. They just play Latino music on the loudspeaker now. I mean, it's like Spanish music on the loudspeaker in a fucking American-owned store. We can be more fucking American than Walmart. So, our country has been hijacked, and now it's been hijacked by I mean, white people. I mean, the fucking white people have taken over the government, the elites. I mean, it ain't about Democrats or Republicans. It's all the same motherfuckers. I mean, right wing, left wing, they're the same bird. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Um, they shut down the government over a fucking wall that is not feasible to be built in the first place. I mean, you got over 2,000 stretch of wall. Now, bear in mind, Donald Trump is not a racist for saying that the fucking wall should be built. I mean, if you look back in time, Clinton said the wall, Bush said the wall, even Obama said a wall, and Obama even administered that first stretch of wall over the San Ysidro border, which is south of San Diego, 25 miles of wall. That was Obama's doing. And I went down there back in October and I took a flight down to San Diego and took the train down to San Ysidro and I crossed the border on that wall and the wall is looks like shit. And that wall was just built. This shit looks like it's already fallen down. Shit look like it's been there for 40 years. That wall looks like it's older than me. I mean, it's like not feasible. So when you look at this wall deal and then you say, okay, it's not feasible in the first place. Other people have promised to build it. Other presidents have promised to build it. So why is everybody on Donald Trump about this wall now when it's already been attempted by other presidents? And then this small little $5.7 billion that he wants out of a $14 trillion budget, what is that going to do to, really, increase security border patrol? I mean, it really is not a feasible idea. But the thing about Trump is beyond the wall. It's not even about keeping drugs or illegals out or human trafficking. Trump likes to build shit, man. He is a builder. He is a real estate tycoon. He builds shit. He builds hotels. He builds casinos. This motherfucker likes to build shit. He wants to leave a landmark and something with his name on it before his presidency is over. Can't you see that? It has nothing to do with Border Patrol, has nothing to do with human rights, has nothing to do with drug trafficking, because most motherfuckers come here anyway. They come here by air or boat. I mean, it doesn't even matter. Most motherfuckers just come right into the country. If you went down to the San Ysidro border, right that crosses you over right into Mexico and Tijuana, you walk right through that motherfucker with ease. There's no pressure. There's no turmoil. There's no soldiers at the border and shit like that. Yeah, man, I walked right through. Easy, easy peasy, man. No stress whatsoever. And I'm just saying, you got these people all up in the knot. It's all a hoax, man. These motherfuckers are lying to you. That wall is simply a landmark for the Trump legacy, so he can add that to his portfolio of shit that he has initiated to be built. Has nothing to do with nothing else. Shut down the fucking government. All my life, people, oh, a good government job, a good government job, good government job. You handle this, I handle that. This is, everybody's like, oh, you get into an E7, an E6, an E8, this, that motherfucker. And now look at these motherfuckers sitting out, forced to go to work with no pay. Not even sure when the government's going to be reopened. Motherfucking can't feed his kids, can't get to work, can't wash his uniform, showing up to work hungry and all fucked up, and not even sure where his next paycheck is coming from. All for the American dream. Man, these people need to say fuck it and start to revolt. This is what America is all about. Freedom, man. We have lost our fucking freedom. You have let the fucking borders down, let immigration get way out of hand. And I'm not speaking, discriminating against any one particular race of people. I'm just saying America for Americans. I've been to fucking 10 different countries in the last 12 months. And I'm going to tell you, when I went down to Mexico, it was the only motherfucking place that I've ever been. And I've been to 10 countries in the past 12 months is the only fucking place that stamped my passport for 7 days. I just came here to London. They stamped my passport for 6 months. I go to Panama. They stamp it for 6 months. I go to fucking the Netherlands. Stamp it for 6 months. Stamp it for 6 months in France. Stamp it for 6 months in Colombia. Stamp it for 6 months in Costa Rica. I went to Mexico. They stamped it for 7 fucking days. I've never heard of that in my entire life. They don't want us in there. So what the fuck are their people doing here or in the US? And people always say that's racist. These motherfuckers come to the country and they don't show any allegiance. That's fine. Be like my parents. Show some allegiance, even though they weren't immigrants. I mean, but they were born here, natural. And, my ancestors are Native Americans. My great grandfathers are Native Americans. I've got white people in my blood. Great grandfather is from the UK. And that's what I'm saying. I mean, people don't even know that. And this is what I'm saying. My parents have been all over the world fighting for that country. And then you come home and see it hijacked. Okay, so yeah, border security, I agree with. The method of doing it, not technically, but it might solve something. Reopen the government, give this man 5.7 billion, let him get started, and everybody will come to fruition that the shit doesn't work anyway. Put your government workers back to work. TSA, when they're out, this is going to lead to more air traffic problems, air traffic control, planes jamming, airports shutting down, more terrorist attacks in the fucking airports or on planes. This is going to lead to more problems. And that's all it's going to lead to. And somebody's going to start revolting pretty soon. Somebody's going to pick up a gun. Somebody's going to start shooting somebody pretty soon. And this is going to all lead to a bigger mess. And I think that the whole world is all fucked up because no one's thinking correctly. GMOs, electromagnetic frequencies, 5G network, iPhone users, Android users, these people don't even think straight. People aren't even thinking like humans. They're thinking like androids. They're thinking like iPhone users or Android users. They're not even thinking humanitarian. These people provide security to the country and then you're sending them to work with no pay. And what about the upcoming tax issue? I mean, this is tax season. People are relying on that refund, man. You don't give people their fucking refunds. I mean, what do you think that this is going to turn to? This is going to turn to a bigger threat than the border fucking ever would. Nancy Pelosi and those demo brats, these fucking Republicans, they all fucking need to go, man. Government needs to be totally reformed. That system of government that we have anyway is outdated. 250 fucking years of a shitty ass, bullshit, outdated government. And another thing, Donald Trump is not the president of the United States of America. Keep telling these motherfuckers that. He is not the president of the United States of America. He is the president of the federal government of the United States of America. We could kick his fucking ass out or just ignore him. If every state just recognized its own sovereignty, every state has its own government. Every state has its own judicial branch. Every state has its own legislative. Every state has its own executive branch. And the governor is the leader. Pick up the fucking goddamn Constitution and start reading it. Fucking ignorant people, man. Sometimes I'm glad that I'm in a country like England right now, so I can sit back and listen to how these British people portray how stupid Americans are right now, how stupid you sound. Watching CNN, CNBC, Fox News, pick up and watch fucking the British Broadcasting Communications. See how these British people look at us. They think we're fucking idiots over here, man. These Europeans look at me and as soon as I say I'm an American or something, they just shake their head, man. Donald Trump, you all own guns, it's just like, don't even want to talk to the fucking American. Go home, Yankee, go home. It's not about black and white over here. It's like a fucking Yankee. Go the fuck home. I'm embarrassed to be an American over here, man, because they think I represent that madness going on back home right now. I'm proud to be right now where I'm at. I don't even want to go back to the U.S. right now, man, because it's simple-minded bullshit. And these motherfuckers keep pumping your head with that bullshit. Everything's fine. The economy's good. Employment's down. The stock market's up. How in the fuck do you compare the fucking economy to the stock market? That's like comparing the fucking economy, basing how well the economy is doing on spending. During Obama, I mean, oh, the economy's good. We're spending, we're spending, we're spending. The economy must. You can't judge how the economy is doing based on spending. You can't judge how the economy is doing based on how the stock market is doing. These two things don't correlate. But the average motherfucker falls for it because the average person is uneducated and stupid about politics, economics, and socialism altogether. They don't know shit. They don't know shit about the border. They don't know shit about anything. Give them an iPhone, give them Fox News and CNN, and then let them Twitter it out. So listen, man, I just had to get that off my chest. I want to say that. Anyway, man, peace out to all you motherfuckers that have been watching my videos from day one. I want to give support to all you niggas out there still hustling in that Uber, ride sharing bullshit. Hey, I was just talking to an Uber driver here, man, and man, you think you got it bad over there as an Uber driver? Oh man, you motherfuckers got it good, man. These motherfuckers got to pay tax every time they go into central London. I mean, the tax is like £12 per ride, and they're hitting the drivers. Look it up online. It's called an emissions tax. Even if you have an electric vehicle, you still got to pay the fucking emissions tax. They fucking step on the necks of the people over here, man, for the low class. But London's just an expensive city. It's like being in New York City. I mean, I can't really knock it for that. But anyway, peace out to all you niggas that supported me, with those videos. I mean, shit, some of those videos, I got like 20, almost 30,000 views. I couldn't even believe it sitting in my car venting. But once again, man, peace out. Stay strong. Where the fuck are all those good ass jobs at? Motherfucking gas is $3.25 a gallon, and you motherfuckers are still making $10 an hour. You're lucky if you're pulling that, driving Uber or even working at Walmart. A gallon of milk, I mean, it goes up. A loaf of bread goes up. You never thought you would see the day where a gallon of gas costs more than a gallon of fucking milk. I mean, it just, and they still base it on the same system. How can you have hyperinflation or inflation growing exponentially higher than your salary or your wage? That doesn't even make sense. You motherfuckers need to stand up, man. You need to stand up for yourself and get a backbone. Like the same principles that our country was built on. The United States was built on people with backbones. Patrick Henry type motherfuckers. Give me liberty or give me death, not just sitting back accepting a dick in the ass with no Vaseline or no reach around. Let these motherfuckers work for you. The government works for you. You don't work for the government. The government works for you. These motherfuckers aren't accountable. You take them out. That's word up from me, man. You take these motherfuckers out of office and establish a new system of government and stop being punks and pussies and letting these motherfuckers bend you over and send you to work with no pay. Fuck that shit. That's how program a motherfucker is going to send you to work with no pay. You suck my dick. I'm not a slave, bitch. That's what you niggas need to say. And another thing I just wanted to touch on. This shit with Maduro down in Venezuela, they getting ready to pop off in Venezuela. You looking at a fucking border wall in the Middle East and Syria and Iran and Afghanistan shit. Look right south of what's happening right south. If any of you dumb motherfuckers know where Venezuela is, it's right down south of you motherfuckers. They're getting ready to take Maduro's ass out. And if they take Maduro's ass out, is either if they don't, or if they fucking put sanctions on Venezuela, that means, guess what? Even more high gas prices, because over 10% of the gas and oil that comes into America comes right there from fucking Venezuela. And if they don't take them out and they sanction the motherfucker, be prepared for $4 a gallon in gas, bitch. Or else they're going to take that motherfucker out too. Y'all niggas wake up, man. This is your boy. Worldwide angry Uber driver Ray Gold. Y'all niggas, peace. Peace out, man. Peace.